What's going on YouTube? And in today's video, I know I've been gone, right? But in today's video, I will be talking about, you know, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen, my past videos of me choosing to quit my job and do YouTube and stuff like that. And people be like, man, that's stupid. You have a backup plan. That's totally understandable as far as where people come from, right? But when you're passionate in something, like when you're passionate in having a community, having, honest and, people behind you as far as critiquing what comes out of your mouth, people looking at you for some type of advice or entertainment to change their day to day, and I really feel like when I made the decision, you know, it was the right decision. I'm not double backing on the decision I made because, as a man, you make decisions and you got to stand on it, right? I know I've been slacking as far as on this channel. I got like 3 channels. So, I be posting I try to post content on all 3 of them. I got a spiritual channel. This channel kind of low-key turned into a spiritual channel, but that wasn't my intentions, it really wasn't my intentions, but it seemed like it's most definitely somewhat turned into, I post a little spiritual content on, this channel and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll be lying to, the viewers as far as me stating, it's, just my life in a breeze, there's most definitely been ups and downs predicated on me making that decision, and I can be honest, a nigga hurting, but, a nigga gonna keep putting his best foot forward, keep marching, keep, seeking the Lord, in times of need, of course, so as far as, me making that, but look, like I said, I recently had a job, job interview, and, it was a remote, it was remote, right? Now, mind you, what makes my job, like what makes me finding jobs so hard is due to my beliefs, right? A lot of jobs, they passively discriminate against your religion, right? So they won't blatantly just tell you why they're not hiring you. They will just tell you, they probably just, like one woman told me, if I don't give you a call back, you know what it is. I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, damn, I ain't never heard nothing like that. But she never gave my call back. So, but like I said, what makes me finding a job so hard is, my religious beliefs, right? And I need specific days off, of the month. And for them to honor that, it's very hard to find, a job that's gonna honor that, but the Lord always gonna make a way, You put your faith in him, he gonna make a way for you. But, I tried to somewhat get like unemployment because the way I went about it, I had messages predicated on my supervisor, him saying, I'm fired. So I utilized that, to try to attempt to get unemployment benefits so I can have, probably like 6 months to a year to just, I'm still getting money, I'm still paying my bills, I'm still paying my girl bills, and just, really, grind my YouTube stuff because that's really what I want to do, right? But, what the Bible says, it's a time and a place for everything, so maybe it's just not my time right now for me to, I seen the vision though. I seen the vision, right? I seen the vision, right? Maybe it's just not my time for me to have, that right now. You get what I'm saying? Of course, if it's the Most High will, she look like me, right? I want I'm a family man. I want to be able to take care of my family, right? like the family that I create as far as, you know, coming from my, you know, my balls, you know. I'm a family orientated man. You know, as young black men, we, you know, we grew up in urban, destructive backgrounds and mindsets that we come up with. But as you get older, you start, you know, looking at certain things and you start just like, you start wanting more, right? And you really put off that childish mindset of, you know, just, you want to fuck a bunch of hoes, you know, you want to party. Like, that shit really get played out. It's childish and it's nothing but propaganda, right? You reach a certain level, you know, within your life. It doesn't matter, you know, the particular age, right? You reach a certain level in life where you look at it, right? You look at it and you know, you strive and you want more. You know, you want better for yourself. And I think me coming into the, you know, the culture of what I'm coming into, you know, it really morphed and shifted and changed my whole mindset and input when it comes to, you know, the way I want to, you know, live my life. And the previous life that I did have, right? I don't miss it at all. You know, I don't miss it at all. I wouldn't want to go back for anything, right? You know, the Most High got me set in a certain direction. I can't shift that. You know, I can't change that. You know, I made the decision. I gotta live with it. It is what it is, right? So, yeah, I'd be lying. You know, I'd be lying if I said, you know, it's been easy as far as, you know, me making that decision, and I ain't really got no backup plan. I'm not here, you know, to try to get some type of sympathy or anything regarding that. I'm just simply here to explain and talk about my experience, right? And, you know, that's what I'm, you know, doing, because I know I haven't really been posting on this channel. You know, a nigga been trying to, you know, just figure it out, honestly. Nigga just been trying to figure things out. You know, me being transparent with y'all, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. I ain't gonna make this video too long, you know. I'm out.